So, guys, you remember that Peter Dinklage story I did a couple days ago where he called out Disney for not being progressive enough, and he said like the stereotype for small people like dwarves are kind of too controversial for the next upcoming live action Disney movie, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Apparently, Peter Dinklage did not like the fact that there was gonna be that the Seven Dwarfs was going to be like, you know, the stereotypical Snow White type of Seven Dwarfs. He wanted them to be like normal people instead of like, you know. I'm guessing he didn't want these dwarves to be short. He wanted these dwarves to be normal sized people. From what I'm getting at this, I may be wrong here, but after the whole Peter Dinklage backlash, it seemed like a lot of people in the dwarf community, like the little people, like more midget actors, they got a little pissed off at Peter Dinklage because, especially one that I know from professional wrestling as Hornswoggle, and from what I seen from Hornswoggle, he is not very happy with Peter Dinklage right now. He's not very happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all this article right here from the Daily Mail, exclusive. Peter Dinklage just put 7 of us out of a job. Dwarf actors fury at Disney for canceling 7 dwarfs from Snow White remake because the woke millionaire Game of Thrones star said they were offensive. Again, this is the basics. This is like the Snow White and the 7 dwarf story. Everybody should know this. Seven dwarfs found Snow White. They helped care for her. Made sure she was good for what Disney's Snow White and the seven dwarfs. The original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs story was completely different. All right, but you have a lot of midget actors out here that are pretty pissed off at Peter Dinklage because he said, we should not be. This movie is not progressive enough. Let's take out all the dwarves and let's not put them in mining areas where, you know, they're basically rich. They're the richest people in the whole kingdom because they live in that kind of cave or whatever it's called in the stories. These caves usually have like gems, diamonds, gold, and all that other stuff. So that would make these dwarves the richest people in the kingdom. But apparently that's so offensive to Peter Dinklage. So let me go ahead and read y'all more of this. Dwarf actors Dylan Postal, which I think that's Hornswoggle, Jeff Brooks, and Katrina Kemp told DailyMail.com it was the wrong move for Disney to cancel the roles of the 7 dwarfs in the Snow White remake. So again, it's these woke actors that's saying, yo, stop, don't do this because it's offensive. But then you have these other people in the dwarf community call them out and say, yo, you just put us out of a job because you wanted to plagiarize for a certain demographic. So who's the one? So who's canceling who? Is the left canceling? Is it the right that's canceling dwarfs, or is it the freaking the woke leftist that's putting the freaking dwarf community out of a job? With this, it's the liberal left that's putting freaking people out of a job. Because of what they look like. The movie studio said it was rethinking them after Peter Dinklage called the story and rose backwards. Dinklage made $1.2 million per episode of Game of Thrones. Some actors are calling him selfish for his comments on the Snow White movie. Postal was the leprechaun on WWE for 10 years and was in the Muppets. Said he is begging Disney for the role. Peter Dinklage may be the biggest dwarf actor of all time, but doesn't make him King Dwarf, Postal said. Kemp, who was in Glow on Netflix, said the issue is far more complex than Disney is allowing it to be. She said writing characters out of a remake entirely does more damage than casting anyone in them. Jeff Brooks, 62, said he has never been offended by the story throughout his 30-year career as an actor. See, it's mainly always woke people who's offended. But guys, I want to show you what
person of my.
I want to show you how. I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot his name. Let me just show you how some of these dwarf actors feel about Peter Dinklage. Freaking this movie is not progressive enough for people. So take the seven dwarfs out, and now that ended up pissing off a lot of people. A lot of dwarf actors. Let's just say that
it's taking jobs away from our community that are very few and far between as is. This is we're in a society in a time of woke and progression, and I get that to an extent. But this is a fairy tale. This is a fairy tale about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, where one of the focuses is on these seven dwarfs. It's in the title. So now, when I grew up, all I wanted to do was be a professional wrestler and work for WWE. When I was 19 years old, they were casting for a leprechaun, a person of my stature, to be an on-air talent. I could never in a million years have gotten a job with WWE as one of their main superstars. I'm not 6 foot. I'm not 250 pounds. But this role as Hornswoggle was made for me. For 10 years, I got to live my absolute childhood dream as Hornswoggle, the leprechaun on WWE. Now, if a dwarf just dreams of being an actor, and in a Disney film, this role is made for them. So now you're taking these roles of not just one, but seven little people away because you feel like we have to make progression. It's so stupid. It's just dumb. You're actually doing worse for the community than better. And by saying they're these cave-dwelling Neanderthal kind of people, no. They lived in a cottage, mind you, surrounded by gems, so they were rich, and they were working-class dwarves. He didn't do his research. Maybe it was tongue-in-cheek, whatever. Just don't say anything at that point. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. When he was cast as a little person role in Lord of the Rings or in Game of Thrones, he had no issue then. Now he wants to be progressive. Come on, man. Yeah. A remake of one of the biggest fairy tales and biggest Disney stories of all time would be enormous. Disney is gonna blow it out of the water. Disney, I know me and 6 other little people that would love this role. Call me. There were dwarf actors before him. He has been the dwarf actor. But I don't know. It's just so selfish of him. And if that's the mindset, man, you gotta grow up. He's not.
See, yeah. So right now, Peter Dinklage has pissed off a lot of short actors, because of how his stance of progressivism and movies, he ended up putting a lot of them out of a job, and that pissed off a lot of people.
He's taking them away, and now
rightfully so. These short actors, they should be pissed because that could have been a lot of money coming in their pockets or going in their pockets. Excuse me, but because of Peter Dinklage's entitlement, now seven short people are out of a job, and Disney was really thinking about taking the seven dwarfs out of Snow White, even though the main story is Snow White and the seven dwarfs, not just Snow White. You can't have Snow White without the seven dwarfs. And now, yeah, Peter Dinklage done pissed off a lot of people. For all this talk about being progressive and trying to get with these stupid modern times, he ended up causing damage to a lot of short actors. This is the liberal left, the progressive left. But guys, I'm just one opinion here. If you guys like what I'm saying, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit the notification bell. I will see you on the next one. Peace.